Imagine walking into a giant library. This isn't just any library, it's huge. There are rows and rows of shelves, each packed with thousands of books. But wait, you don't need to read every book here. You're just looking for specific ones like books about space or stories about superheroes. But finding what you need is such a huge library. That's going to be tricky. This massive library is like a database. A database is a huge collection of information stored neatly, ready to be used. It holds everything: name, address, grades, prices, whatever data you can think of. But sometimes all that information can be overwhelming. You don't want to shift through everything every time. You need something specific, right? That's where views comes in. In this video, we will explore views in SQL, explaining what they are and how they simplify working with databases. We'll also cover how to create views, manage them by updating, deleting, and listing them, and also introduce different types of views like simple, complex, read-only, and those with check option. We'll also dive into materialized views which store data for faster queries. And by the end, you will understand how views can manage data easier and more efficient. We will also look into a quiz question to clarify your understanding. So, what exactly is a view? Let's go back to our library example. Imagine if you had a magic window, a special one that only shows you the books about space or superheroes that you are interested in. You don't have to wander through the entire library anymore. You just look through your magic window and it gives you exactly what you need. That magic window is what a view is in the world of databases. A view is a special virtual window into a data that shows you only what you need to see. And the best part is, it's not actually storing any new data, it's giving you a filtered look into a huge database. Think of view as a shortcut, making your life a whole lot easier. So let us get into the demo part about how to creating a view and the types of views in SQL.
So let's start with the demo part, that is how do we create a table in MySQL. So here, as you can see, I've just logged into an online compiler, and now we will just learn how do we create a table, and then we'll move on to creating views and the types of views. So first, to create a table, just enter this command, just write over here, create table, and this, just enter the table name. It could be something like student details, and here you can give the student ID name. We want a student ID name in the first row, so we'll just keep SID, and the type of the variable is integer, so we'll just mention int over here. And since it's a primary key, we'll just mention it over here, primary key. Next variable can be something like name, and for this the type is varchar. You can just enter any number here. Suppose I've entered 255, comma. Next, mention the address. Again, it's varchar address. So as you can see, we have created this table with student ID name. So we have to give your underscore, student ID name with primary key integer type, and the name and the address over here. So after we have created this table, we want to insert data into the table. This is our next step. So to insert data, what could be the basic command which you can write? Can be something like insert into student, the table name, student details over here, and just mention what all columns which we have, attributes we have created, which is S underscore ID. Next is name, and then we have address over here, and then we mention the values. So now that we have created table, and then we can enter our details over here. So these are the values which I have inserted, which is Harsh, Ashish, Pratik, Dhanraj, Ram. Okay, so like this you can enter the values over here. And now if I want my records to be displayed here, the command which I'm using is select star from student details. So all these, the table will be shown here. So we'll just click on this run button over here. Okay, so now you can see this is the SID name, number and the names which we have mentioned over here. So as you can see, this is the output generated. This is the SID, the name, and here is the address. So as you can see, the table is created now and the output is also shown. Now we will move on to the main step, which is creating a view. So what exactly is a view? A view is like a window that lets you see specific data, as I've already told you in the intro part. So now let's say we only care about students with SID less than 5, okay? And instead of running the same query every time, we want to create a view. So here's how you can do it. You can just simply enter a command. So here's how you can create a view. So just mention this command, which is create view detail view as select name, comma address from student details. So student details is the table here which we have already created before, and I want the student ID less than 5. Okay, so I want this to be shown here. So we'll just simply click on run over here. So as you can see, this is the error it's showing. Why is it showing? Because line number 20, create view, must be the first statement in a query batch. So to resolve this, we have to ensure that the SQL batch is properly separated by go command and the view creation is syntactically correct. Alright, so we haven't used the go command here. To do that, we just simply, after we have inserted our records in the table, here you just type go, okay, and so this is the end of the first batch. And now since we have created a view in a new batch, we'll just mention this whatever command we have already given, and at the end of the second batch we'll again write go, okay. And now next I want my query to be shown here, so I'll just write this command for generating my output, which is select star from and the table name. Okay, not that student details table name. I want the view table name to be shown, which is detail view, right? This is the table name. So here, just copy it from here. Just paste it. Just give this semicolon. So now you can see our view is created. So why have we used go? Because go ensures that to create view command is executed in a new batch, and this will help the SQL server properly separate commands and avoid conflict. Alright, and we have also used the select star from details view, which will fetch the data from the view and includes only student with student ID less than 5, which is Dhanraj, Pratik, Ashish and Harsh. Okay, name and the address is displayed over here. So this is our output generated. Now let's talk about managing views and updating the view. Let's say later on you want to update the view to also include the student's age. Instead of deleting or recreating the view, you can use create or replace view to update it. So let's add the age column to the table now. So we have to just insert the data for the students here. So to add a new column age to the students detail table, we need to use this command, which is alter table and then provide the name of the table, which is student details, add age, and the type is integer, and give the semicolon over here. Alright, and now we have to insert the age data for the student. So to do this, we will use the update command, and here we will just write this update, okay, name of the table, which is student, and here we use set age is equal to 19, where SID is equal to 2. No, sorry, with SID is equal to 1. So in a similar way, you have to just update all the table over here. So after updating it, you can just simply search run here. So like this, you will just update the student details and set the age accordingly. And now the next step is, after updating it, we have, as you can see, we have just entered all the age number which we want to be displayed here. And we have used the insert to command to insert records into the table with the age values. And now in order to select it, we will give the command which is select star from and the name of the table which is student details. And now if we want to end this batch, we have to use this go command, enter. So now as you can see, we have updated and inserted all the age data for the student, and we have selected all the data from student details to display the final result by giving this command which is select star from student details, and this is the name shown over here, and here is the address, and this is the age. So we have inserted all the age data, and we have also corrected the update statement. Set age is equals to 19 where SID is equals to 1, and do not forget to add this go. Okay. Now the next thing which we will be talking about is deleting a view. In order to delete a view, you just simply have to give this command which is drop view if exists, and then give the name and the table name which is detail view, right? And just simply you can go to this, just run, and you can see that our table has been dropped. Okay, so now we have deleted our table just by giving this command now. So, and do not forget that this command will delete the view, but don't worry, the data in the original student details table will not be affected. Only the view table which we have created is deleted. And now next we will be talking about listing all the views. Okay, so now in order to list all the views, just you have to simply write this command which is show full tables where table type is equals to VIEW, view. So by doing this thing, this output will give you all the views which we have created in this table, the name, student ID, okay, and the addresses, and also the age. Okay. So it will give you all the view table which we have created. Now let's move on to the main part, which is the types of views in SQL. Now let us first understand what is a simple view. So a simple view is created from a single table. It's straightforward and it doesn't involve complex logics like joins or subqueries. For example, to create a simple table, you just simply have to write this command, which is create view student names as, and then select name from student details. Okay, so if you query this view and then write select star from student names. Okay, so after doing this thing, you just simply click on run. So after we have written this view, simple view, which is create view student name as, select name from student details, and do not forget again to mention this go, and then select query the simple view to display student names and select star from student names. Alright, and at last again add this go, and here this is the output generated, the names. Alright, so by using simple query you can do this thing. Now let's move on to the second part, which is creating a complex view. A complex view involves multiple tables or complex logic. Let's say we have another table known as student marks that stores student marks. So let's say we have created this table student marks, and we have given the details here, and again we have inserted the data values, student ID, marks 193. These are the values which we have inserted. This is the student ID and these are the marks which we have given. Alright, so now let's create a view that pulls data from both student details and student marks. So now as you can see, we have created a complex view by providing all these details, and this is the student ID and the marks shown over here. Alright. So now let's move on to the third part, which is read-only view. So a read-only view ensures that no one can modify the data through the view. This is useful when you want users to able to see the data but not change it. To make the view read-only, you can use permissions in your SQL databases, and this feature depends on your database engine. To create a read-only view in SQL Server, we cannot directly enforce read-only behavior with the create view statement. However, you can control access to the view using permissions. So here's how you can do it. So first you can create the view normally. You can use revoke, insert, update, and also delete permissions from users for that particular view, ensuring that they can only read the data. So now this was all for the read-only view. Let's move on to the fourth type of the view which we are discussing today, which is the check option. So with the check option is SQL, which is with the check option. I'll just type here with check option. Okay, this is the fourth type of view which we are talking about with check option in SQL. It ensures that any insert or update operation performed through a view complies with the conditions specified in the where clause of the view. This means that you cannot insert or update records through the view that violate the condition of the view itself. So let's go through the creation of a view with the with check option and provide an example with an explanation and expected output. So now as you can see, we have the expected output for the valid insertion using this command, which is with check option. And with view creation with check option, we created a view named sample view, as you can see here, that selects student ID and name from the student details table, but only where the name is not null. Alright. So as you can see, we have clearly mentioned here not null. And the with check option ensures that any insert or update through the view must comply with the condition where name is not null. And the first insert into sample view inserts a student where student ID 6 name, which also has a valid name. And here is the output generated here. Alright, this is the student ID, the name over here, and that's it. So now we have learned about this with check option as well. Now I'll be talking about a materialized view. So what exactly is a materialized view? Well, a materialized view is different from a regular view because it stores the actual data in a database, meaning the data is pre-computed and doesn't need to be fetched from tables every time you query it. This makes accessing data from a materialized view much faster, especially for complex queries. Alright, so as you can see, we have created the table and we create three tables: the order details table and the product details and also the customer details table over here. And then we have provided the necessary data also. The second step was the sample data is inserted into all the three tables. The materialized view fast order summary is created to summarize orders, joining data from the three tables and computing the total cost. And the next step is the materialized view is queried, and because the data is pre-computed, it returns results very quickly. With new data, when added to the order details table, the materialized view is refreshed using refreshed materialized view to include the new data. Alright, I hope you get it. Why are we using the refreshed option? And the next step is the materialized view is deleted using the drop materialized table over here. We have used this drop materialized view, fast order summary, and in this way you can, create a materialized view. So now you might be wondering that what is the difference between the materialized view and the complex view and the simple view. I'll be seeing you that later. So first, let us now discuss why are views so useful. Okay. So why are views so useful? By now you might be wondering what's the big deal with the views, and here's why it's so useful. They make our life easy. You don't have to keep writing complex queries over and over. You create a view once and it saves you tons of time. They also help you in simplifying data. Instead of pulling everything from your database, views can help you narrow down exactly what you need. They also help in improving security. Want to show only certain parts of the data to certain people? Use views to control what others can see without letting them touch the raw data. You can also rename columns for clarity. You can rename confusing columns in the view without changing the original table, making it easier for users to understand the data. So, before we move on, if you are interested in making a career in data analytics, check out Simplilearn's postgraduate program in data analytics in collaboration with Purdue University. This comprehensive course is designed to transform you into a data analytical expert. The program covers essential skills such as data visualization, statistical analysis, and machine learning using industry-leading tools and technologies like Excel, R, Python, and Tableau. With expert instructors, real-world projects, and hands-on practice, you'll gain the knowledge and confidence needed to excel in today's data-driven market. So join now to advance your career and become a data analytical professional today. You can find the course link mentioned in the description box and in the pinned comment. So let us now discuss the differences between the simple, complex, and the materialized view. So here's a quick summary of the differences. So simple view pulls data from a single table, no complex logic or joins involved, and it doesn't store data. It also, the performance is it executes every query every time, whereas the complex view, it combines data from multiple tables using joins, aggregates, or other complex logic, and it doesn't store data, executes query every time. And talking about the materialized view, it stores the result of a query, making it faster to retrieve data without running the query again. It also stores data and it is much faster as it uses pre-computed data. So now it's time for the quiz. Here's a quiz question for you. What is the key difference between a regular view and a materialized view in SQL? The first option is regular views store data but materialized views don't. Second option is materialized view stores data but regular views don't. C, both regular and materialized view stores data. And number D is neither of them store data. So if you want to answer them, you can just write them in the comment section below. And that's it. Views are an incredible tool in SQL that can simplify your queries, improve security, and make your life easier. So I hope this helped you understand how you can use views in SQL effectively. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos by Simplilearn. Thank you for watching.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.